So this question, you're saying that this is a US company which owes a European company, and it owes it 3.5 million euros, which is due in 3 months' time. So they've given us the spot as 1.9622 per euro. So the first thing that you should see from there is that the euro is the base currency. Because remember, I told you that the one which has the per, or the one that has the 1, is the base currency. So the euro is the base currency. And the interest rate is given to you for deposit and borrowing. So now, ideally, you are going to pay this 3.5 million euros in 3 months, but you would rather convert now. So what the first thing that you would do is to borrow the dollar amount, and then you use that dollar to convert it to euro at this spot, and then invest it for 3 months. So that's the step. However, I find in most books, they will start by saying the first step is to invest euros. Because of course, you need to first of all know how much you need to invest. Remember, we are going to pay 3.5 million euros. So we now need to go and look at the rate for depositing the euros. And remember, they have given us 1% for depositing euros. However, it's for only 3 months. So that's why we are saying 1% multiplied by 3 out of 12. So then for you to have 3.5 million euros in 3 months' time, you need to invest. So how do you get that? You get the 3.5 and divide it by 1 plus the 0.5%, which means that we shall need to invest 3.491 million euros now for 3 months, so that by the time they reach 3 months, we have 3.5 million euros. Then, now the thing is, you don't have euros, but you have borrowed dollars. As I said, you borrow dollars, then convert to euros. So that means that you're going to need to convert the dollars to euros. So, and remember, euros is the base currency, so we are actually buying the base currency. And if we are buying the base currency, the bank is going to sell to us the base currency, and they sell at 2. That's why we're using the 2. The bank is selling at 2. So now to get the dollar equivalent, of course, you multiply. As we said, you multiply the rate, which is 2, by the euros, because we are converting to dollars, so we multiply. That means that we need to actually have 6.982, and this is how much dollars we are going to borrow. Now, the next step is to know how much is it going to be in 3 months' time if I borrow $6.98. And now the borrowing rate in the dollars is 8%, but again for 3 months, so that gives us 2%. And then you just now do 6.98 multiplied by 1 plus 2%, and you get 7.1. So that is the 7.1, which is the dollar equivalent of that payment of 3.5 million euros. I hope that makes sense. Remember, do not cram by saying that we use the smaller or the bigger rate when we are paying or when we are borrowing. You need to look at what's the base currency, and therefore, what are we doing? Are we buying it or are we selling it? And therefore, the bank is doing what the opposite of what you're doing is. I hope that simplifies life for you somehow.